Pat, we were chatting before about this building or construction behind you, which to me looks like some kind of magical fairy castle. And you were kind of explaining to me that its construction is a stonemason's dream. Do you want to tell me a bit about it?
I suppose it originated from the idea that we would replicate a 17th century wood-fired bread oven within the castle here behind you, but put it within a different enclosure. So what we're looking at here is lots of things that occur in stonemasonry, from a vault to a dome to a cylinder, which is the chimney, to a cone up on top. And we have dry stone work, but we have lime mortared work wherever there's smoke or fire.
Cool. And the thing that I really noticed the first time I saw it was these kind of stones that are sticking out.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me a bit about those?
It's kind of based on, if you look at something like Skellig Michael or cluck-ons, which are beehive huts that we get in Ireland, they have projecting stones that were used as the scaffolding system. So when this was being built, this was the means to get up and get access to the top of the scaffold.
Wow.
It comes from working on islands where there's no wood, so you can't build a wooden scaffold. Everything has to be built in stone.
Yep. And can you remember, was this part of a stone workshop or something, or was this a passion project for yourself?
There was stone workshops happening here at the time, and one of the big ideas was that not only would we replicate and try to bake maybe what was baked in the castle, but we'd provide food. We'd eat together as dry stone wallers or stonemasons, which is a tradition. So we would bake bread, but we'd also bake things like pizza and that, maybe once a week.
Great. And we were also talking before about how before you kind of started to build it, is that you kind of drew it out. You kind of made a plan on
Yes,
paper.
Really important. So the idea was you would come up with an idea, and the idea would then be expressed on paper, and this would be the means by which you would get the information to do the job. This is true of all trades, crafts, blacksmith work, stonemasons, carpenters. They're usually throwaway drawings, but sometimes you want to sell an idea to a client. You want to do something very interesting yourself. The client wants something very interesting. And so if you can do it in an attractive way, it helps the client understand and lets you do something you would just like doing yourself.
Because it's a beautiful setting here, and I can imagine you could do a beautiful drawing of the oven and then the trees behind and the kind of atmosphere that you might get.
Sure, yeah, and it bakes very different. So it bakes with convection, radiation and conduction, so very different on a falling temperature, which is the way bread should be baked. So it's like the way people bake bread up until probably the late 19th century.
And the advantage, so you did some technical drawings of this oven before you built it.
Yes.
Can you say anything about the benefits of kind of maybe problem solving on the paper?
That's where all the problems are solved, and that's how, if the project runs smoothly, it's because of the pre-planning. So it's really, really important to sit down and work the thing out. But as I say, if you want a client, in our case there wasn't a client, but if you do, you have to maybe go a step further. It's something I'd encourage all crafts to do. Just go a little bit further than those throwaway drawings that everybody does. There's loads of chicken for everybody, so it's like, well,
Delicious.